Dear friends, after completion of male reproductive system, in today's lecture we want to focus on the components of female reproductive system. Like male reproductive system, female reproductive system also consists three types of organs: primary sex organ, secondary sex organ, and associated gland. And they are broadly divided into three groups, that is internal genital organ, external genital organ, and associated gland. A pair of ovary, pair of oviduct, uterus and vagina, they forms the internal genital organ, while external genitalia acts as the external genital organ, while vestibular gland and mammary glands are the associated gland. So concentrate first on a pair of ovaries. A pair of ovaries are somewhat almond shaped. Average length it is 3 cm in length, 2 cm in width and 1 cm in thickness. They lies at lateral side of the uterus below the fallopian tube. They get connected with the wall of uterus with the help of ovarian ligament with the help of mesotherium that connected with the abdominal wall. This ovary produces the egg by the process of oogenesis, and second it secretes the two sex hormone, that is estrogen and progesterone. Now we want to go in details of ovary with the help of histological structure. Like testes, ovary is also covered by thick capsule of dense connective tissue. Consist most important layer, that is tunica albuginea. This test ovaries lined by germinal epithelium, and internally we observe that ovary shows two distinct regions. Outer peripheral region, outer peripheral region is termed as ovarian cortex, while middle region is termed as ovarian medulla. Ovarian cortex region consists different developmental stages during process of oogenesis, while central medulla region consists the connective tissue, blood vessels, lymphatic vessels and forms the stroma. This is the middle region. Now, first concentrate on the ovarian cortex, which shows the different developmental changes in ovarian cycle. First concentrate on the structure, it is termed as a primordial follicle. These primordial follicles are formed during the embryonic development. During embryonic development, large number of follicles are egg follicles present in the egg nest, near about 2 to 3 millions. At the time of puberty, these follicles becomes about 30 to 40,000. Out of out of total follicles, few follicles detaches from egg nest and forms the primordial follicles. These primordial follicle covered by the single layer of granulosa cells under the influence of hormone, that is FSH, and get converted into the primary follicle. Then under the influence of FSH, primary follicle get converted into the secondary follicle. Means two layers of granulosa cells covers this primary oocyte. This secondary oocyte is the condition where the meiosis first resumes, which is arrested in earlier period, and now this secondary follicle, which is covered by two granulosa cells under the influence of hormone FSH, get converted into Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle is also termed as a mature follicle, which is discovered by the scientist de Graaf. 2 mark separate questions asked in board examination. Write a short note on Graafian follicle. Graafian follicles encloses the structure, it is termed as a secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte surrounded by the discus proligerus, which have the two layers, that is cumulus oophorus and membrana granulosa. Membrana granulosa lines the cavity that is termed as the antrum cavity filled with the fluid, that is the antral fluid or follicular fluid, while entire structure covered by two layers of connective tissue, that is theca externa and theca interna. This structure we can observe on the 13th day of menstrual cycle. This Graafian follicle under the influence of LH on 14th day of menstrual cycle burst or ruptured and release the secondary oocyte outside the ovary, which is captured by fimri. Under the influence of LH, secondary oocyte get converted into the part, it is termed as a corpus luteum. Corpus luteum, it is also termed as a yellow body. It is an endocrine part because it secretes the four hormone, that is progesterone, estrogen, relaxin and inhibin. Main hormone, that is progesterone, which maintain the endometrium in the uterus. Relaxin is the hormone secreted during parturition process, while inhibin is the hormone which decreases the secretion of FSH and LH. If fertilization occurs and pregnancy proceeds, then corpus luteum persists for the secretion of the hormones. And if fertilization does not occur, corpus luteum get converted into corpus albicans. Now, next part, that is the uterine or fallopian tube. Uterine or fallopian tube connect the ovary with the uterus. Average length, it is 4 inches, means 10 to 12 centimeter is average length of the fallopian tube, which further divides into three parts, that is the infundibulum, ampulla and isthmus. The first part, that is the infundibulum. Infundibulum is the anterior 4 centimeter portion, which is anterior side have the finger-like projections termed as a fimbriae. This fimbriae helps to catch the secondary oocyte release during the ovulation. The middle portion is termed as the ampulla. Ampulla is the main site because it is the site of fertilization where sperm fuse with egg. Amphimixis process occurs in the ampulla regions. Now, this ampulla is lined by ciliated epithelium. Ampulla get next part, that is the isthmus, which connects the oviduct with the uterus. Now focus on the uterus. Uterus, it is the most important part because uterus is a single median hollow muscular glandular highly distensible and highly vascular pear-shaped sac present in the pelvis region between urinary bladder and rectum. Urinary bladder and rectum. Average dimension of uterus, it is 7 to 8 centimeter in length, 5 centimeter in width and near about 3 centimeter in thickness. The wall of uterus is made up by three layers, that is perimetrium, myometrium and endometrium. Perimetrium made up by fibrous connective tissue provide protection. Myometrium consists the smooth muscles helpful in the contraction and relaxation, while endometrium forms the bed for the development of the embryo and fetus. When we focus on the details of uterus have three regions. Anterior dome-shaped structure lies between the fallopian tube termed as a fundus. Middle main portion where development occurs, it is termed as a body, while posterior narrow tube-like structure is termed as a cervix. So cervix is a narrow tapering 2.5 centimeter portion of uterus. It extends from the uterus to the vagina. This cervix is guarded by the cervix sphincter, which is the strongest sphincter of the female body. When we focus on the function of uterus, the main function of uterus, it is the site of development of the fetus. Next part, that is the vagina. Vagina is the posterior most part. Here it is tubular, acts as a female copulatory organ. Average length, it is 7 to 9 centimeter. It lies between cervix and vestibule. The vaginal wall has an inner mucosal lining, the middle muscular layer and outer adventitia layer. Mucosal layer lined by non-keratinized stratified epithelium and stores the glycogen. The opening of vagina in vestibule is called as a vaginal orifice. This opening is covered by partial fold of mucous membrane called as hymen. The functions performed by vagina, that is, it acts as a copulatory organ. Second, it acts as a passage for menstrual flow as well as it acts as a birth canal during parturition. After that, we want to focus on external genitalia. These external genitalia include the different parts which lies external to the vagina, collectively termed as a vulva. Vulva is nothing but the covering or wrapping material, and this covering or wrapping material of vagina is made up by different components, that is vestibule, labia minora, clitoris, labia majora and mons pubis. So first concentrate on the vestibule. Vestibule is a median vertical depression of vulva enclosing the urethral and vaginal opening. Then second, that is the labia minora. This labia minora, a pair of thin fold of inner to the labia majora with which they merge posteriorly to form the fourchette, and while towards anterior end converge into the hook-like covering termed as around the clitoris. Next, this part is termed as a clitoris. Clitoris is small conical or sensitive projection lying at the anterior side of labia minora. It has pair of erectile tissue, that is corpora cavernosa. So it is termed as, it is homologous to the penis. In penis we also observe the corpora cavernosa. So clitoris is a homologous to penis. MCQs इथे तयार होतोय, ह्या MCQs वरती कॉन्सन्ट्रेट करायचं आहे. Next part, that is the labia majora. Labia majora, these are the pair of fleshy fold of skin forming the boundary of vulva. They are homologous to the scrotum of the male reproductive system. They surround and protect the other parts of external genitalia and encloses the urethral and vaginal opening. And last part, that is mons pubis. It is a fleshy elevation about the labia majora. Mons pubis and outer part of labia majora shows the pubic hairs. Now third component, that is associated gland. Two associated gland assist this female reproductive system. First, that is vestibular gland or Bartholian gland, and second, mammary gland. First, vestibular gland, it is pair of glands homologous to Cowper's gland of the male. They opens into the vestibule and release the lubricating fluid. Lubricating fluids plays an important role during sexual intercourse. Second gland, that is the mammary gland. Mammary gland, it is the accessory organs of female reproductive system, lies in thoracic region, and it is for production and release of milk after parturition. When we focus on this mammary gland, the development of mammary gland occurs under the influence of hormone, that is estrogen and progesterone. These mammary glands are the modified sweat glands which produces milk during lactation. Amount of adipose tissue determine the size of breast. Milk secreting in mammary gland into the lacteal cells of lactiferous tissue, and this lactiferous tissue have the lactiferous duct. This lactiferous duct opens into the nipple, and from nipple milk eject outside under the influence of hormone, that is the oxytocin. This nipple surrounded by the pigmented area, and this pigmented area is termed as a areola. The functions performed by mammary gland. Mammary gland plays an important role in production and release of the milk during parturition. Thank you.